Welcome back, athletes. We are getting into some mobility work. So you are among the elite already because you've come to the recovery portion of this. This is the hardest portion of the workout to do. So showing up and doing the workout takes a certain level of commitment, but staying afterwards and doing this piece, this is where you're gonna get better. So we're gonna have our athletes work on some core and calf mobility. So the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna go into a down dog position. You're gonna put your hands on the floor, feet on the floor. We're gonna think about dropping our head in between our arms, butt up towards the ceiling, and we are gonna bias towards one calf right now. So we're crossing our legs. You're gonna feel a nice big stretch in that foot that is on the floor. We're gonna keep working in this position for another 10 seconds. And 5, 3, 2, 1. Let's go ahead and switch feet right now. So same thing here. When you guys are in this pose, what you can do is that you can kind of go up onto your toe and then try to sink that heel back down towards the floor. If you've got good ankle mobility, that ankle or that heel is already gonna be at the floor. If you struggle with this, then you're gonna be feeling a really, really big stretch here, and let's focus on trying to get closer and closer to the floor as we sit in this. We've got 3, 2, 1. I want you guys to drop your hips down towards the floor now, and we're gonna go into a seal pose. We've got two variations of this. We've got the variation where we're on our hands, and we have the variation where we are on our forearms. Each of these is gonna do the same thing, but it's gonna be degrees of intensity that we're seeing the difference here. If you guys find that you get into this position and triceps start to cramp, you can drop down to those forearms. But while we're in our seal pose, nice deep breath in, nice deep breath out. Think about some box breathing that we could do 4 seconds in, 4 second hold, 4 second out, and then 4 second no breath, and then bring it back in. And we can go through 2 to 3 cycles of that. For right now, we're gonna spend another 10 seconds in this position, and then we're gonna hop up. Athletes have 5, 3, 2, 1, and back up. Our last stretch that we have for today is gonna be taking our foot, and we are using dumbbells today. If you guys have a rig or a wall at home, you can use that. We're gonna take our foot, and specifically the ball of our foot, and place it on that dumbbell. We have hex dumbbells here, so they're not gonna roll around. If you guys are using round dumbbells at home, brace it against something, please. From here, what Zoe is doing and what Summer is doing is we're trying to drive our hip forward as if we had a straight line coming out of this dumbbell, and we're trying to make contact with it. Don't cheat this and just put your chest forward, because that does not give you a stretch. After we're done with this one, in 3, 2, 1, athletes are gonna try to bend that knee now and drive that knee forwards to that line that was coming out of the dumbbell. If you guys are against a wall, the wall is gonna be your target on this movement, but for today, we're having to use our imagination. So we've got another 3, 2, 1. Now we're gonna switch feet, because what we did to one side, we have to do to the other. And now we're gonna go into that hip piece. So again, it's not chest to the wall or that straight line that's in front of us, it's our hip to the line. We're gonna oscillate back and forth here. So if athletes wanna drop back and then try to move that hip forward again, we can do that. I do want to mention specifically that you guys should have shoes on for this. Never do this stretch barefoot, just because you can overstretch the bottom of your foot. We're gonna go 3, 2, 1, and let's drive that knee forward now. You guys can go back and forth here. So if we see Zoe straighten her leg back out and then drive her knee forward, you're gonna feel this bias lower in your calves. We're gonna keep working through these positions for 5, 3, 2, 1, and athletes can relax. If any of these movements are something you wanna revisit again, please go through, because I don't want to say that you can't overstretch, but mobility and relaxation work is always a great thing to do, especially for how hard that you are working every single day. So thank you again for joining us, and we will see you next time.